Hi guys, you're welcome back to another interesting tutorial on how to make this beautiful gown that you're seeing here. So today we are going to learn how to cut it and also how to sew it together. Okay, so this is my client's own and this one is my own. I was making it and my client saw it and asked me to make her own. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Now I have folded my Ankara fabric into two equal parts. As you can see here, it's 3 yards of Ankara fabric. So I have folded it. This particular place I'm holding is on fold, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold it again into an angle shape, as you can see. So you are going to fold into two and you going to go ahead again and fold it into an angle shape. Okay, so this is just it. All right, so after getting it, the pointy part will be looking like this. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to use my tape to bring it down like this to know where my bust measurement plus allowance is. So this is the place where my bust measurement falls in. My bust measurement divided by 4 falls in, but I'm not going to be using that place. I wanted to gather the upper part a little bit, so I'm just going to come down a little, which is this particular place I'm marking right now. Okay, so I have my bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and measure from upper part and mark it. Now I'm from that place I got my bust measurements. I mark it. I'm just going to go ahead and go up with 2 inches. I'll go up with 2 inches, as you can see. So I'll just measure to get it there. That 2 inches is for my chest line. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and mark it. I wanted to use everything like as my free hand. So after going up with 2 inches for the chest line, I'm just going to go ahead and go up again, adding extra 2 inches for my folding. You know, the neckline has a folding like a band. So number one, I got my bust measurement there. The second one is for the chest line. Then the third one is for the 2 inches for my hemming of the neckline. I'm going to be passing a rope on that 2 inches. So this particular one you saw me marked right now is the one I went up with 2 inches for the chest line. So that is basically what I'm just marking out right now in an angle, in a curvy shape. So after getting your bust measurement, then your chest line, your 2 inches up for the chest line and 2 inches for the band hemming, then you can place your your tape on this pointy fabric shape and begin to mark down your angle, like mark out your cycle to get your radius. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to, on that chest line that I went up with 2 inches, I'm just going to remove 4 inches. You know, this is an up shoulder. I am removing 4 inches. So after that I'm going to bring the tape down to mark out the length of the gown. Like you see me doing, I deduct 4 inches and place that 4 inches on the chest line, not on the place I got the bust measurement. Okay, I'm just placing the 4 inches on the chest line and begin to mark out my cycle to get the length of the flare that I want, like this. So if you watch that place I placed the 4 inches, I have extra 2 inches upward, which is for the hemming of the neckline, for passing of my rope. Okay, now after that, the next thing I'm going to do is just to cut this down part out. So this is basically how to get this type of style. Very, very simple. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the neck area, which is the place I went up with 2 inches. This particular place I'm just touching, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out like so. So make sure you use your tape to connect it in a cycle way. Okay, this upper part. So this is it, guys. I am done cutting it. I'm just going to open cut the side part open for me to have that front and back. You know, this is the front and also the back. So I just cut the side part open. I have 2 pieces there, one for the front and one also for the back area. So I'm trying to cross check that place to know if I have my bust measurement divided by 2. But the first thing I did was to mark the neckline of 6.5 inches. Now you can see I'm marking the armhole. I removed that 4 inches and place it on the chest line to mark my armhole. You know, when you remove your 4 inches, placing it on the chest line, I have my 4.5 inches. So you can connect your own like this. If you know your armhole measurement divided by 2, you just mark it like this from the 6 inches of the 6.5 inches for the neckline, then connect your armhole like this. So from that center front, I came down with just half an inch. You can see what I'm cutting. So I'm not going to be cutting the exact armhole curve that I just curved, because I'm going to be gathering this upper part. I'll just cut the armhole area little like this, then cut out the half inches I came down on the center front for the neck area small. Then the next thing is to cut it open, the side part. So now after gathering this neckline, I'm just going to go ahead cut out my armhole, but not now. I will just cut the armhole little like this. So this is how the inside is looking like. Now the next thing is to cut the gather. You know, it has a gather on the down part, so I'm working with the length of 37 inches. So I use 7 inches for the gather. To get the gather, I'm going to measure the circumference of the down part of this flare. I'll measure it, then multiply by 3 or by 2 depending the enough fabric that you have. So I'm just going to multiply it by 2. Even after multiplying by 2, my fabric is not even enough. So but what I have there for the circumference is up to 60 inches. So I just cut this fabric that you're seeing here. I'm just going to use it and gather the down part. So I have 7 inches for the fabric, but what I cut out here is about 9 inches for the length. So after hemming it and folding it, then it's going to come back to 7 inches. Now to get that, you know, the upper area also has a flare design, a flare gather design. So this is what I just did. I used this the flare gun to cut the little gathered style that was on the front, like the way we are cutting our interfacing neck interfacing. You just fold it, place this long flare gown to cut your short flare gathered gown, so, your flare gathered style. Okay, so I have 6 inches for that on the flare gathered gown. Now I am done attaching this flare on this upper part. As you can see, I am done attaching it on the neckline, that is the small flare. Then the down part, I have also went ahead to gather and attach the down part. Now I am going to go ahead to hem this neckline, this upper part. Okay, you can see the down part how it's looking. So I will hem this neckline. Now I am done hemming it using 2 inches. You can see that I'm using my scissors to pass through it to show you, because I don't think that you are seeing it clearly. I'm using my scissors to show you where I'm going to be passing my rope. Okay, so I'll just remove my 4 inches, placing it on the neckline to mark my armhole area. Before passing the rope, I remove 4 inches, getting the remaining armhole area and mark it like this. I went in with 1 inch on that neckline, but I'm just going to cut out half an inch instead of cutting the full 1 inch. I went in on that neckline like this. I'll just cut half an inch. So I'll fold it up like this and do the remaining side part like so. I'll also repeat the same thing on the other back of the neck. So this is the front I'm working with. I have gone ahead to hem the neckline with my 2 inches I added, then attach the I first of all attach that short um gathered style that was on the front before hemming it. I'm talking about the upper part of this neckline. You can see that flare, short flare on the upper part there. So the next thing I'm just going to do, you can see the way my armhole curve is. You can add extra 1 inch for your armhole, so that you are not going to, after folding it or hemming it, you are not going to be having a short armhole. So measure your armhole and curve it out. Remember that if you deduct 5 inches for your armhole, you are for your off shoulder. While taking down your armhole measurement, please make sure that you remove that 5 inches before getting your armhole measurement. So now I have passed through this rope on that hemming neckline, and you can see that I just draw the rope, and this gathered short flare that was attached on the neckline just gathered like this. I did not gather the flare while attaching it on the neckline. I just attach it, then pass through the rope and draw it. So if you're drawing the rope, that neckline will be gathering. So you will gather to your shoulder measurement, okay, or even more. So I have my shoulder measurement that I'm working with is 15 there, but I gathered 13.5 inches on the neckline there. So that is how you are going to pass it across. I have passed it across. I have my front and back there, so I will just pass it across. Just sew a rope that you know that is going to be enough for this sleeve, because it's now a sleeve. So I'm just going to, or after gathering the neckline, I'll measure the rope that I have for my on for the sleeve, for the stripe. So you see me measuring the other part. Now I wanted to get my 8 inches. So what I have there is almost 9 inches. I'm going to leave it like so, because I wouldn't want that strap to be tied to my client. So I'm just going to continue to gather until I got what I have. Like, I actually ended up using yes, 9.5, but what I have here right now is just 8 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and hem this armhole area. Before passing this rope, I'll first of all hem that armhole area. After that, I'll pass the remaining stripe to get the remaining sleeve, then add 2 inches on that stripe. You know that that stripe is open. I'll just place, after adding the 2 inches, I'll place it on top of each other like this, take it to my sewing machine and stitch this strap like so. Make sure it's neat. Hem the mouth, attach it on top of each other after getting your 10 inches, because this is the front and the back rope. But then I'm just going to shape it with 1 inch. So this is what I have. From the bust line, I shaped it down with 1 inch. So if it is too buggy for your client, when she tests it, make sure you reshape it again. So this is the end result of what we have. Hope this is helpful. If you have any question concerning this, just drop it on the comment section. Thanks and bye for now.